Hi, I'm Greg Huff. Welcome to the Fishhound Gear Review. Today we're reviewing the Jackall 3-inch Super Crosstail Shad. Now the Super Crosstail Shad combines the elements from Jackall's original Crosstail Shad with the super realistic elements of its Super Pintail Shad. The Super Crosstail Shad is an excellent drop shot bait featuring hyper-realistic tail shaking and body vibrating action. As you can see, the hand-poured Super Crosstail Shad features hyper-realistic multi-dimensional colors, a scale pattern, and 3D eyes. As I said, the Super Crosstail Shad is a drop shot bait. So you're gonna wanna get yourself a drop shot hook. We're gonna use this one here. You can use any brand that you want, and we're gonna tie it about 2 feet above where our sinker will be. You tie your hook above your weight. And the weight keeps the bait down, but tying your hook above your weight puts it in the strike zone. So I'm just tying a Palomar knot here. Now with this type of drop shot hook, you actually tie your line to the little bend in the hook. You can see it there. Take the tag end of your line through the eyelet of the hook, pull it up, and this allows your hook to stand straight out from your line. And then we'll tie our weight to the bottom here. So we're going to rig our Super Crosstail Shad right on that hook, and it's going to stand out horizontally from our vertical line. And that Super Crosstail Shad's unique body and tail design are going to wiggle and just be tantalizing to those bass. And now we're ready to fish. Now that we've got our Super Crosstail Shad all rigged up, I'm going to show you how to fish it. With drop shotting, you basically just go vertically right over the side of the boat. Open your bail. You can use spinning gear or casting gear. In this case, I've got spinning gear, so I'm just going to open my bail and just let that fall right to the bottom. And then as soon as it gets to the bottom, I'm going to just reel up a little bit so my weight is just resting right on the bottom. Now I'm just going to shake, very lightly shake my rod tip. If it's a real windy day and waves are making your boat go up and down, you often don't have to shake your rod tip because that up and down action of the waves is going to create action for you. And as you saw with that Super Crosstail Shad, the action is it just quivers. So you don't have to give it a whole lot of action. And when you get bit on a drop shot rig, you don't really horse it like you would when you're fishing a jig. What you're going to want to do is when you feel that tap, 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 is you're just going to let the rod load up and then reel down and lift up. Another way you can fish the Super Crosstail Shad on a drop shot rig is to cast it and then slowly retrieve it. Now this is a finesse presentation when, say, your spinner baits, your crankbaits, and your jigs aren't really producing. It's a pretty slow presentation. You just cast it out, let it sink to the bottom, and then just slowly move that weight that's on the bottom, and that's going to create a horizontal swimming action with vibration. And then I'm just going to slowly move that weight across the bottom, and that Super Crosstail Shad is about 18 inches off the bottom, and that's just going to kind of swim above the bottom there. If you've got some bass that are suspending just above the bottom, this is a great way to reach them. Remember, the next time you're on a drop shot bite, tie on a Super Crosstail Shad. You'll be glad you did.